The Grimsby Public Library's Author Series kicks off its 17th season this year. The fall series begins September 24th at the Casablanca Winery Inn.
When we were building this new library, we were looking as a board, and I was the chairman of the board at the time. We were looking for a way of making some kind of contribution to the new library. And we thought some way help out with a little bit of money, perhaps for some special funding or whatever. And one of the guys on the board came up with the idea of maybe we should try an author series. And we all thought that was a great idea, just that we had no idea how to do that. And we thought you just write to an author and they automatically write back and say, yes, I'm coming. And Jane Urquhart dissuaded us of that whole image because she said no to us. She was the first person we asked. And then we thought, okay, this is going to be a little harder than we thought. But over the years, we've learned, and it's all been by trial and error, moving forward, starting small, and growing to where we are now, to sellout audiences of 250 people.
Unlike most reading events, Grimsby's series brings together two authors for each night.
We started out with one author, and then there was such an appetite for hearing authors read their work. And we kept getting such positive feedback from people that we thought, I thought that it would be a good idea, let's try two authors. And we did that. So in about our third season, we started to, we moved to the idea of two authors, and we've never looked back from that time. It's been a great success that way.
This year's schedule for the Author Series looks a bit different than it did in previous years.
It's a little bit different in that we've sold tickets for the first three evenings this fall, September, October, November. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break for January, February, and early March. And we're trying it out because we're just finding that more and more weather is an issue in the winter time for those winter months. People go away on holidays and they're missing, and they don't want to miss programming. And there's the whole issue of illness. We had an author last year had to cancel because of flu. And we were thinking that because of those issues that we have to deal with in those early winter months, that perhaps what we do is take a little bit of a hiatus and then pick it up again at the end of March and go March, April, May.
September's event at Casablanca Winery Inn sees a Giller Prize-nominated author and a debut from a Canadian thriller writer.
Nathan Ripley is assumed this name for his writing of thrillers, and he is right out of the box with a debut thriller, which is terrific. The book is called Finds You in the Dark. Martin Rees, who has a very peculiar habit of sort of following serial killers, and runs afoul with a police detective who has deep suspicions about Martin and his interests, and a serial killer who thinks that Martin might be getting a little too close for comfort. The other author we have is Wayne Grady. It's a novel set in the American antebellum South. It's about a man named Virgil Moody, and he's got a wonderful story. And there's a little bit of inspiration here because this also relates to Wayne Grady's own family history. So it gives the book even a bit more cachet. And I'm very optimistic about this book, about a man who is concerned about some past sins and shortcomings and looking for redemption. And it's a very powerful book.
For information and tickets on the Author Series, visit the library's website at grimsby.polarislibrary.ca. Reporting for The Source, I'm Mike Balsam.